Alright guys, it is giveaway time yet again at Futtrading, and it is another monster giveaway. We're giving away yet another Xbox Series S. Alternatively, if you don't like Xbox and you don't want to play Xbox, you can get £250 to put towards a PlayStation or whatever else it is that you wish to get. You've just got to subscribe to enter. What do you get for your money? For £10 a month, just £10, you get yourself access to Tier 1, which is buying and selling prices for our fodder flips, for our special cards, for our icons, and the weekly trading guide and club stock guide that are handwritten by me. Tier 2 gets you all of that, plus our live sniping filters and our fluctuations area. This live tracks the market 24 hours a day, allowing you to target your buys. And Tier 3 is £20 a month. It gives you everything on that website, but it also gives you access to our Discord bot that direct pings you with deals that you can go out and buy. It literally says there's a deal on the market, go and pick it up. It's an amazing, amazing tool. So yeah, get involved, giveaway, Xbox Series S. Let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, subscribe down below, click that like button and get some comments in. I always try and comment back if I possibly can. So whether it's questions, whether it's queries, or whatever it is, I try and comment back to every comment where possible. Two bits of sort of business to get over first. First one, really cool. The first ever video behind the scenes and highlights of Ripley Village FC, the team that I am now chief executive of. The shirt is there, should be there, but we'll sort it out soon. That team that I'm now chief executive of will be going live tomorrow evening. There's going to be constant content for you guys to get involved with what is going to be hopefully be for a lot of you, your club, a team you support. It's going to be awesome. Massive project to take us from the lower end of non-league all the way up to hopefully as high as we possibly can go over the years. So I can't wait to get started on it. Today will be the first bit I'm recording of it, so check that out. And number two, check out Futtrading. We're giving away an Xbox Series S or £250 in cash if you subscribe over there. So if you've ever debated subscribing and making millions of coins like most of us have on our accounts, now is the time to do it. But this video is basically what you guys should be looking out for in the next couple of days, 2-3 days, in terms of, basically, I want to call them investments, but they're relatively short-term holds. Every week, you guys know that on the website, I do a weekly trading guide and a club stock guide. And this week was a bit different, because what I had to do this week was put together a guide that was based upon what would happen this week with the market, because everything was inflated. And so far, so good. So, let's talk about the first thing that we've all been getting involved in, and that is Team of the Week investing. Now, they are slowly but surely creeping down, and that is because we haven't really had any SBC at the moment that everyone's doing that requires Team of the Week. It's been a couple of days now since we've had that. So slowly but surely they're creeping down. Now, you can see here, the major like league ones, Milik and whatnot, Unal, Cersei, is it Cersei, yeah? Cersei from Game of Thrones. Herrera, these are all holding relatively high, but if you want to take a bit of a punt, these off-league Team of the Weeks here are all quite low already. So Eka, Ayensa, Glatzel, Jilabodji, I think is that Papi Jilabodji, I'm pretty sure it is. Hatate, these are all very low. They're not far off discard price. There's very little risk involved in these guys. When the Team of the Week banged last week and they climbed up and did very well, these cards here and the off-league ones still did very well. They got to 16, 17k. They didn't quite get to the 20, 21k that other leagues got to, but they got high. And they did well. And it is an option for you guys to look at. Now, PlayStation tends to hold a lot lower on these cards, but it's something that I think about. Now, if we don't get supply tonight, or it's not supply, demand tonight, for an SBC. So if we don't get an SBC that requires 2 Team of the Weeks or whatever it is, you can probably go and buy into some of these other Team of the Weeks because they should dip off. The next couple of days, we'll probably see quite a lot of packs being opened. And so I'd be interested in them for certain. The hold on them is usually a day, 2 days, 3 days before they bounce. Before they bounce quite significantly, because EA, it's not in their interest to hold the price of these down. They want to go up because they want people to open packs up. They want people to spend their coins. And this is where they've been doing it a lot of the time recently. So it's a really good place to think about making coins. And that's really good for mid-budget. If you're a sort of person with 500k on your account, 1 million coins on your account, you can go and buy a chunk of these, leave them in your transfer pile and forget they exist. And it's a really cool way to make coins very easily. On the website, we give you the buy prices, the sell prices. We tell you when to sell in the Discord, all that sort of stuff. So if you want to get involved, check that out. But let's head over to FIFA. I want to talk about low budget, but it really is something that everyone should be doing 24/7. I'll be right back. All right. So you can see on screen right now, I have some rare bronzes that I've just gone and bought, and I paid 200 coins for each of these rare bronzes. I see people say a lot of the time that silvers and bronzes are only low budget, only for low budget buy-in or whatever it is, it's nonsense. It really is nonsense. No matter what your budget is, you should be looking to buy these cards. Ideally when they're at discard price, because it may be low budget to buy these cards, but it certainly isn't low budget to sell these cards. If you guys saw a video from a couple of days ago, some of these cards were selling for 4,000-5,000 coins. It was unbelievable, the bounce we saw in some of these cards. The reason for that is EA are bringing out SBCs each day, and they require rare players, and a lot of time they contain tokens. These tokens were a great idea for EA. We haven't really realised up till now that what it has done for a lot of us is forced our hand into doing SBCs, because if you want to get tokens, like I want to get the 81 to 89 probably times 10 pack or an ultimate pack, whatever it is I want from these packs, I've got to do these token SBCs. So EA have been bringing out daily SBCs that require tokens. So I think we've got one at the moment. Yeah, Future Star Challenge 6. So this daily SBC here requires only 3 rare players, which is fine. Player saving max 6. This is fine. But some of them have required 8, 9, 10, 11 rare players, and they've had some ridiculous requirements. One of them was 95 chemistry, 11 rares if I'm not mistaken, or it might be 9 rares, but either way, still a huge amount of rares. Maximum players in the same league, 3. So you had to pretty much go out and buy the major nation rare silvers, rare bronzes, or rare golds in order to make profit. Now, certain positions, like Argentinian left backs, there aren't that many on this game. Certain positions sell really, really well. But when you're buying these cards, if you're buying them at bronzes or silvers or whatever it is, this is where you have very little risk involved. You're buying these cards at discard price anyway, so why does it matter? And yes, it might seem low budget when you're buying these cards because you're going, oh, I'm only spending 200 coin a card. But think about it this way. If I go out and buy a special card, if I buy a team of the week, I'm looking to make 4 or 5k profit out of a 30k spend, a 35k spend. For what I would say, a 500 coin spend, I can go and make that same amount. And this is the point I'm making to everyone. The moment that these cards get down to discard or near discard, you can't really go wrong at near discard, you should be buying every single time. And should be leaving your club and let them sit and chill. So if you can see right now, I wouldn't be interested right now at this price right now. There's not really that much to be gained or ascertained from buying them at sort of 600. You want as little risk as possible. Even 450, I'd say hold off. But if the SBC tonight requires rare players, you can rash invest. At that point there, you can go, do you know what? I'm going to buy in at that point there because we know they've got higher. For example, this left mid was selling for about 2,800 coins the other day. Puset's actually a buy because he's Serie A, so if he's still there, that's good. This Ramirez was selling for 2,800 coins. The right mid, the same. The right wing, the same. You can rash invest. But again, tonight, if we don't get an SBC that requires one of these cards, that requires all these rares, you're really able to go and buy into them very, very easily. Very, very easily, because it shouldn't be a problem at all. And it's such a simplistic way to make coins. And again, it's one of those methods that isn't sitting there grinding the game out 24/7. You just spend an hour or two buying them and an hour or two selling them. And you can literally go and buy a load tonight, sit and chill on them, sell them in a day's time. And that's why we really were excited to add the club stock guide this year to the site, because not everyone wants to sit there and trade specials or icons and sit there and make those millions and millions a day. Some people do, a lot of people do, but some people just wanted really easy tips. We've got a lot of parents who trade for their kids and get them really cool cards, and they love tips like that. Just go out and buy them, sell them, do whatever it is, and we're able to help them in the Discord and say, go and buy them now, go and sell them now. But I hate that is called a low budget method, because it isn't a low budget method. It is a method that anyone can do, but specifically if you are low budget, it's attainable for you. And that's more the point. Doing that though as well is, remember, if tonight you see these cards spike as well, let's say these left mids that we've just seen a minute ago, they get up to 2,400 coins, there's your cue to go and flip these cards on. So you might sit there and there might be 2,400, and you can sit there and compare price back out and you see them drop at 1,000, buy them, list them back up for 2,300. So even if you don't get the chance to invest tonight because they spike, you can flip them tonight. Flipping is just buying a card at a lower value and selling it for what it's actually selling for. And it really is that easy. It's really, really not difficult at all. And so I've been looking at that specifically, and it's not hard at all. It's really, really not hard. I want to just head back now and talk about a longer term investment for those of you that have got a bit more coin. And that is in some of the higher rated team of the weeks that are here. Specifically interested in Alba, Luis Alberto and Koulibaly. These three are what interest me the most here. If you have a little look at FIFA 22 and team of the weeks in general, you should always do this when a team of the week comes out, and that is to check the price, especially at the higher end. So what we're going to do is we're going to do minimum rating, and we're going to do 87. And I want to just show you the price of 87 rated team of the weeks on this game. So I'm going to go buy it now, and we're going to go to lowest. And you can see that, yes, the cards have come down, but Luis Alberto, Koulibaly and Alba are all the cheapest on this game currently. Now, all of these cards, when I wrote that guide, were up at about 45k when they were high. 36, 36, 37 isn't bad at all, and I'd actually factor in you'd probably be able to get me even lower than this when the supply comes tonight. I think they're a very good long-term hold, especially Alba. Koulibaly arguably as well, because he's a very good centre-back from the Serie A. So I'd look at him over Luis Alberto. Those two are the really good ones. But we saw this with Andy Robertson. He was like under 40k, I think, when he came out as an 88 rated. And Team of the Weeks weren't even that demanded at that time. He's now at 55k. So Alba in the long term, if you want to buy, if you've got a lot of coins, if you were to buy sort of 40, 50 of this card at 35k and below, if you can get Shadows, fantastic. And you hold him for a week, you could do very, very well for his Alba card. Very, very well. I think you could be looking at sort of 45, 50k very consistently across him. And either way, he's a good buy full stop in terms of the fact that you can use him for fodder buying. I'd really like these as a buy. I really, really do like these as a buy. So I'd be looking at that quite intently if I were you. Final thing to note, and especially this is high budget, if you guys are able to hold on to coins, R9 is on the way. Now, we do not know if R9 is going to be an SBC or in swaps. A lot of people are saying he's going to be SBC, like Foot Sheriff and whatnot. I've got a feeling they're wrong. We saw them say Tomiyasu was going to be an SBC. He ended up being in packs. It would not surprise me if R9 comes in swaps. It wouldn't surprise me. Now, I'm not saying I am definitely right, but I don't know if EA would drop a card like R9 as an SBC right now. They do, fantastic. I'd love to be proved wrong on it, and I'd be very, very happy if tonight I'm proved wrong. My point is they could put him into swaps as a swaps card, and then you basically don't get him until April time. I just don't know if they go and put him into it now. Two things. If he is an SBC, it will almost certainly require icons. Now, if you go to icons as a standard, I'll show you this now. If you go to icons as a standard, you'll be able to pick up icons at pretty much discard price for icons. These aren't far off discard price. And so I'd be mindful of that, or base price anyway. I'd be mindful of that. You can pick them up relatively easy. That's first. Number two, fodder will spike, Team of the Weeks will spike, but everyone will realise quite quickly they can't afford to do it because it's going to be a 3-4 million coin SBC. If it does come, it will also cause panic in the icon market, which is a very good time to trade. And there's rumours of a prime icon SBC this week as well. All of these things are making the icon market dip quite heavily. It is a great time to get involved in icons. It all comes down to what your preference is in terms of your budget, but a really simplistic filter of things like max price, 400,000, and you flick through and you go to the sort of 29th minute. Now, as you can see, tons of cards there, so you might want to sort of calm it down a little bit by going midfielder and flicking through and getting to that point there, and seeing what pops basically. You can do min price as well. You can sort of add a min price on them. I want to spend a minimum of 200k, maximum of 700k, flick through and do that instead and get you towards the end. But start to learn your icon prices now. If you can do that, it's going to stand you in very good stead when this icon sort of drop starts to happen. Like, for example, is 166 here, and add that to my transfer targets. Look for an undercut. And all you've really got to do is, if you're on the website, check the price. It will tell you what the buying and selling price is. If you're not on the website, then all you've really got to do is go onto FootWiz and check underneath the player. It's got the sold listings. It tells you what they've sold for. It's a lot slower, but it still can help you. But that's what I've been doing right now. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Be ready for the Ripley video. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I love you guys for everything you do for me. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.